I'm Banks.
Soy Josh, freedom fighter and creator and comedian, but not the funny kind.
Odd Places Going Wild.
Going wild?
Oh,
Oh, are we going to be like the girls?
well, I gotta shut up my robe here.
Are you lift my shirt up?
No, no, no. We're not gonna do the above waist nude show yet. Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'll have to get some pasties. Anyways, so this is a perfect segue actually to my question, which is, what is a church?
Huh? Um, People used to ask me if I went to church. Rarely, rarely. And when they asked me, I would say to them, "You're in my church." Because wherever I was, I felt like that was my church. That was my sanctuary. In fact, just the other day, I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was like, "My sanctuary is at this place, you know." And I said, "What if your sanctuary is you? You are the sanctuary. Wherever you are, you're comfortable with yourself and the area." So that is what my thing.
Fascinating, man. That's fascinating. And a lot of religious texts actually talk about your body being your temple, that you are your own church, which I find really cool. You know, this has been on my mind mainly because there's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of people are complaining that they can't go to church. So when we define church a little differently, as if it's not a building, which I see a lot of people defining today a church as a building, when we say go to church, people say they can, but all they can't do is go and congregate physically in a building. That's the only restriction that's out there right now with the pandemic. So I was just thinking, like, where did we lose that definition of church that meant, you know, even if you go back to Old English, 13th century, church comes from a word that meant a body of believers or the place where they gathered. Nothing about a building. It could be a meadow. It could be your home. It could be whatever. But it's also a body of believers, right? So if we all believe the same thing, we're kind of a church.
Okay,
And
so
fascinating.
if I go to a concert, that could be a church, right? We're congregating, we're listening to a musician sing.
It could be the church of Huey Lewis and the News.
There
If
we
you're
go.
all at a Huey Lewis concert, absolutely.
So community. This is what comes out at me, and when I say community, I'm talking about people coming together, being in a place, and I think that fits within the definition of what you said church is. So what is it? What is beautiful about the building? Oh, I got an idea. What is beautiful about the building that makes people think, I want to go to that building and meet those people and be with that community in that
Right.
building? Why that structure? And I'm going to ask you first because I have an idea.
My 2 cents, it's money. That's ultimately, because if people don't show up, they don't contribute necessarily, or it's harder to get the donations and guilt them into, you know, throwing a few bucks into the hat that gets passed around. You can tell you go to church a lot, right? I don't even know the terminology. Pass the hat. I don't know if someone died. They go,
It is society, for me, it is society saying, I am Catholic, I am Baptist, I am Protestant, I am Jewish, I am Muslim, I am spaghetti dragon head congregation. There's one. I think there's something like
there's two of us now. I'm a spaghetti dragon head.
Oh. The point I'm making is that society, individuals feel a connection when they can be put into this, I think, this box. I'm this, I'm that. Because it's very easy to be black and white, me, them, and it's difficult to be like, okay, what if the church is wherever you are? Oh my gosh, there's a spaghetti colander head guy here. There's no way he would come to my church. No, I can't think of that. You know. So my point is, it gives us identity. The other thing is, and there is some. I have a friend of mine who is Catholic and she goes to church. She loves the church. I mean, she feels in the church. She is present in the church. That she finds some comfort in the church. And she likes the building and maybe the feeling of the energy that the building gives.
Okay.
Which I do not argue that point. I think there is an energy in every building. In my house right here, there's some sort of energy, and maybe it's I'm not sure I know what it is, but I'm just saying there is an energy, and churches have
It's
it.
the spaghetti. It's the energy of the spaghetti head that you're just.
Spaghetti colander head. Sorry.
Spaghetti colander head. Sorry. Oh my goodness. I don't want to get that messed up. I don't want to offend you. Did I offend you in any way? I apologize.
You're not.
I don't want to offend your faith. Okay.
Go colander in there. No. Here's the thing. Here is a thing, and that is why do you feel when someone speaks of their religion to you or their faith to you that you feel guarded, or you feel like
And I don't feel guarded. Wow, there's a lot to unpack on that when we get to beliefs. But no, I'm respectful. I don't have the need to trash their beliefs, even if I disagree with them or I think they're just being idiots and because they believe in some spaghetti calendar head. But just kidding.
Colander, damn it, it's a colander.
Right, it's a calendar. It's a calendar. I don't what. Yeah, we're almost in June, anyways. So, but yeah, I don't feel the need to do that. It doesn't do them any good because usually people are so rooted in their belief. All you're going to do is get them defensive, and it doesn't help anything.
When you said rooted in their beliefs, when was the last time someone asked you what your faith was or what you believed or what church you went to? When was the last time someone asked you that?
It doesn't happen very often. Every now and then. I don't remember the last time. It's probably months, I'm guessing.
With me, rarely does anyone ask me what my beliefs are. Like, what church do you go to? Are you Protestant? Are you Jewish? Rarely does that happen. And I think that most people just don't care. They don't care what your beliefs are unless, and the question, the thing is, when I am asked that, I get the feeling, this is my feeling and this is my issue, that they want to convert me to whatever they are. Hey, do you know this? Do you know spaghetti colander hat religion? This is cool. This is what I believe. You should believe, whatever. So I get the feeling that when you go to this building and you are with the like-minded people, everybody becomes this one like-minded group. We believe this and we vote like this and we do like this and we are this community. And the Christian faith, my understanding is that it is a proselytizing religion, which means they want to bring more people into the way they believe. And that's what they believe.
Yeah, it's kind of a survival of the fittest. It's kind of like, ironically, in Darwinism for religious groups. I mean, you want to survive, you have to grow. You have to keep adding. And that's not their main, I don't think most religions that's not the main way to do it. You don't convert people as the main thing. What you do is you just grow more of them. You birth them and then you grow more, right? So you don't have to convert. It's easier to, what do they say? It's easier to give birth than to raise the dead. So
okay. All right.
That's really the right way to do it.
However, I feel though with the Christian faith, and I'm sure there's other faiths out there. I can't think of them now. Maybe the Muslim faith. They want to convert people. I mean, the Crusade was all about that, wasn't it? The Crusade was Christians being
yes
by Muslims. We're going to go kill them, and they'll kill us. And
well, yes. And that was an acceleration thing, right? That was early on in the religion, and to accelerate the growth, you got to convert and kill and do whatever you got to do. Absolutely. But once you're a certain critical mass, all you have to do is just keep having kids. All you have to do is just keep birthing them and then train them before they have a clean slate.
Right.
And then you can grow more, and that's okay. That's just, it works.
Okay, Josh. What church do you go to?
I'm part of many churches in the sense that we define church as a group of like-minded people. I've got a lot of churches, I suppose. Now, religious, none. I don't do labels, man. I really don't. I don't do labels on like, well, I'm this or I'm that or I'm. if people want to assign a label to me, fine. It doesn't bother me. But I won't just say I'm a this or I'm a that typically. It's just, so I don't have, I believe what I believe.
What
And
about
I'm happy to describe what I believe, but I'm not going to put a label on it and say it's Jewish or Christian or Muslim or atheist or anything like that.
what about spaghetti head colander?
That's the only label I will take. I will be the spaghetti head calendar chief pope with the potato.
I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
Odd places going.
Straight up and away, baby. Viral.
There we go. There we go.